Good evening once again, Mark, on the Punt Racing. Looking at Caulfield tomorrow, I've come up with my best bet early on in the program, race 2, number 1, Regal Vow. I think it can be winning. $2.90, I think, equal favourite with Brazen Lady, who's pretty inconsistent. I think it's a nice way to start early in the day. Race 1, I'm not even touching. It's a terrible race. So best bet tomorrow, Caulfield race 2, number 1, Regal Vow. For my value bet, I'm going down to race 8, the 2-year-old race. There's a real hot pot in Kiliana. Look, impressed on debut. You know, did the work up front and just was really good. McGaw impressed just as well. Did it from back in the field. Eased down, was super. And look, as far as odds go, McGaw $4.40, I think. Kiliana $2.90, but I believe McGaw can beat Kiliana. I think one of the two win. Obviously, I'll be back in race 8, number 5, McGaw. That's my value runner. Going through the card, Miss Aria, race 3, number 2. If she doesn't win this race tomorrow, I don't know when she wins. She gets a chance. She meets Samangiri, about 4 kilos better off of the rates. And Mrs. Chrissy, has been disappointing in the past 2. Even though the Hayes camp think they've got her right. But race 3, number 2, Miss Aria. Race 4, number 11, Documentary, lightly raced, 6-year-old. I think, lovely horse. Could, as long as, clear running, then can win. That's race 4, number 11. Going down the races now. Race 6, the Peter Young. The return of Pride of Jenny. I just hope that I hope she's well. I just hope, I worry about a horse that comes back from a double bleed. She served at mandatory time, but hasn't necessarily been off the track for that long. Look, she will lead, obviously, in this race. She won't be helter-skelter. I don't think they're going to do that first up after this medical break. Zardozi, obviously, will be better over further, but with Pride of Jenny and then Amora and Zardozi a bit fitter, I think that Zardozi can win. That's race 6, number 6, Zardozi. Pride of Jenny for 2nd, Future History for the 3rd. Obviously chasing longer trips. I think they just Quinella or trifecta the race, the 3 of them. So I'd just take those 3 in the trifecta. Going down the field, race number 10, the final leg of the quaddie. This is one of the more difficult final legs I've seen the Melbourne quaddie in a very long time. I've got 6 in my quaddie. I could probably put 8 or 9 if I really wanted to. I put race 10, number 6, Mrs. Artie on top with no absolute confidence, but yeah, the quaddie tomorrow in Melbourne could be anything. Going to Rosehill, just the one race because time restraints. The Coolmore Classic, the 3-year-old filly mares, quality group 1. Look, Lady Shenandoah, Lady of Camelot, the 3-year-olds taking on the older mares. Lady of Camelot really gave Lady Shenandoah a race last start, and Lady Shenandoah still got the job done. So I have to put Lady Shenandoah on top of the trip. But saying that, that was a tough run for both of them, so it would be interesting to see them run. Amelia's Jill was allowed to dictate first up and turned the clock back for a really good win. Look, she's a class act at her best, and yeah, certainly could be thereabouts again. Marble Arch is absolutely airborne, coming up from Melbourne. I think she just sits behind the speed, and I think she'll have the last crack at them. And a mare in form, and a mare as fit as her, I tell you what, she might not have the same sort of reputation as some others, but gee, she's each way odds, and I think she's right in this race up to a year balls. So I'm actually putting Rosehill race 8, the Coolmore race number 5, Marble Arch on top. The only other horse in the race that may be able to get in the top 3 or 4, I think, is Alencia, but coming from back in the field from that barrier is going to be fraught with danger. I'm actually going to Quinella this race. I'm going to have something on Marble Arch, obviously, but I'm just going to put 1, 4, 5, 6. That's Blues Jill, Marble Arch, Lady Shenandoah, and Lady Camelot. I think I got the numbers wrong, but those 4 I'm going to box in the Quinella for about 20 times from a syndicate. I think that the Quinella, I think I'll get the Quinella with that, and if Lane Shandar gets beaten, the Quinella could pay $10 or $15. So I think that's actually a bet. I really do. So Quinella, the four of them. If you're having a bet tomorrow, obviously gamble responsibly, and I hope you back a few winners. And thanks for listening once again. Good night.